So it's time for another war attack. See, I'm number 3, so my mirror matchup is there, 3. You can see he's a Townhall 12, but he's pretty rushed. You can see all of his Infernos are level 1. He got some low-level mortars all around, but he's got some like high cannons and archer towers. His air defenses. A lot of his buildings are at the Townhall 12 level, but a number of them are pretty low too. Also, his walls are not the greatest. He's got a bit of a square base. Square bases I don't think are all that effective, honestly, if you can funnel right. I'm going to use pretty much the same attack, bowlers, witches, and giants. I am going to, let's see. The important thing about square bases is you have to funnel right. So I'm going to have to use wall breakers to open up something along here and also over here. But I have to be careful not to let my troops go too far down the sides, because I want them to go inside this first layer of walls in here and in here. So what I'm gonna do, you can see the range of these. They don't go out to these two buildings. This cannon, I should be able to get, well, honestly, if I can get wall breakers to open up this wall here, then I just need to take out this army camp, and there's nothing really in range, so I can just put like an archer to destroy that army camp, and then put a bunch of troops over here, and then break that wall to get in. So that'll be fine. On the other side, though, you can see this one's range. I really need to get these two barracks, I think, and then I'll be fine. Only worry about this cannon, but if I can just get like a wizard or something here, because I know this cannon won't be able to hit it. So I just get a wizard here to take out this building first, and then drop troops. So this cannon is shooting them, then the wizard should be able to take out this building. Then I can get wall breakers in here. And then after those two are started, then I can just place the rest of my troops along here with the siege machine to go down through the Eagle artillery and into the core with the town hall. I'm bringing extra freezes again because he's got so much stuff in the middle here. Like, as soon as his troops deploy, his castle troops deploy, I can pretty much freeze all these things for quite a long time. And I'm bringing Valkyries, so they should also be destroying these buildings fairly quickly. So, like always, I'm hoping for 3 stars. I know I've only been getting 2 stars, but I feel like this base will have my best chance of getting 3. I'm mostly worried about, honestly, my wall breakers. I'm not confident with wall breakers at all. Like this wizard tower, you can see its range is right at the edge of this wall. So I'm bringing extra wall breakers, so I'll be like placing 2 and then 2 more right behind it, just to make sure that they get and open up this wall. I'm not so worried about over here, because really it's only the cannon, because this bomb tower doesn't reach. So this side should be fine, but I'm bringing extra too, just in case. So that's my plan, and then we will see how that goes. Alright, so I completed the attack, and here is the replay. Any second now. So I start by dropping an archer here, take out this army camp. I dropped some giants and 4 witches, 4 bowlers. Looking back, that's a third of my witches and bowlers, so maybe that was too many, but you can see down there. And then up here I also get the wizard there to take out those gold buildings, and then drop the rest of the troops. Maybe I dropped too many troops to funnel. But you can see I get the rest of my troops down in the middle up there. At this point, you see all these troops are pretty much gone. These troops are still pretty alive, but then you can see right here, my siege machine and all these troops are caught in a tornado trap right there. You can see there's a bomb about to go off It's going to do a lot of damage. You see, I took out a lot of units. See that like everything's stuck right now because of the tornado trap. I think that really kind of messed me up. Here comes the troops, I poison them, and I start freezing and stuff in the middle. Unfortunately, the freeze doesn't get the dragons, but maybe I used my Grand Warden ability too late. Maybe you could use the Grand Warden ability on that bomb just to save all that damage. I have it at half speed now. Still freezing the Infernos. You can see all these troops were just focused on that dragon for so long. I only got like, what, 4 or 5 witches left. Like 3 bowlers. Which is definitely not enough to finish off this base. And I also had a bunch of Valkyries. I think they're in there now, but they started to go into the core, but then they came back out to get the king, which ended up being here. So the Valkyries could have killed all the Infernos in here, but the Valkyries moved back out. See, my queen's all alone, so she goes down. And now really the only thing I have left is the warden and a couple of witches with her. And of course I have the couple of archers I hold for the end. You can see everything up here is done, so really I'm just getting the last few percentage points that I can. Now it is possible that some of my, if I had more units in the main army going down the middle instead of funneling, maybe I would have more troops coming down into the core. But again, maybe they all would have gotten destroyed by the bombs and the traps that my opponent had. And also, if this might be a big weakness of mine, but my warden is level 20, which is max for Townhall 11, but for Townhall 12 it goes up to level 30. And when you bring it up, it increases the health of everything in its circle. So maybe if I max the warden, focus on maxing the warden, then more troops could survive making it into the core. And it's especially helpful because then all the skeletons get health boosts too, so maybe I'll need to start focusing on my warden instead of my other buildings. Yeah, I still got 2 stars, decent percentage. You can see we have a bit more stars per attack. We have 31 attacks with 65 stars against their 36 to 60. So we're still in this.